Welcome back. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to sort a jumbled up range by each row and then by the first column of the entire range. Now, if you're looking for a tutorial on how to sort from left to right and then top to bottom, you can check out the previous tutorial that you can find in the link in the description below. But let's crack on with this tutorial. Now, there's a copy to the starter sheet in the link in the description below for you to play along and follow the steps as we make them. And then you'll have your very own copy of the formula.
Gee, that's great, Pops.
Let's dive in. Once you've made a copy of the starter sheet, you should see something like this. If you haven't played along from the previous tutorial, you'll first see this across down tab here, and then you'll see this each row, then column A tab here. Go ahead and click on the each row, then column A tab. You can always go back to this cross down and follow the video tutorial for that a little later. Okay, so what do we need to do first here? Our first task is to sort each one of these rows individually before sorting the entire range by the first column. This will allow us to see the smallest value on each row on the left and then the largest value on each row on the right. Let's just sample the first row to handle this. Now, this is a common formula that should be an important part of your toolkit with Google Sheets. So first thing first, we need to type in transpose. And we are going to transpose this first row here like this. I'm going to close the brackets and hit tab. So that puts everything into a column here. Awesome. Our next task is to sort this range here as well. So just after the equal sign, I'm going to type in sort and open my brackets and close my brackets around the transpose that we just generated. Cool. So now we have 1, 2, 19, 23, 30, 34. It's in order. Finally, we need to put everything back in its row. So we need to transpose it back again. So transpose, brackets, brackets, tab, and done. Awesome. So now we need a way to apply this formula to every one of the rows. Fortunately for us, Google Sheets has a by row Lambda function that can help us out here. So how do we go about using this? All right, let's have a look at our step 2 now. So our Lambda function, as I said, is the BYROWS or by row Lambda function. And the Lambda function's first argument is the range that we need to take. So it's going to be this entire array here. So I'm going to select that now. Next, for our Lambda function, it tells us that we need to declare the Lambda function. And a Lambda function essentially allows us to create custom functions for ranges. Okay, so I'm going to open the brackets for Lambda here. And now we need to declare our parameter. So that's basically the iterator here, and that's going to be on each row. So here we're just going to type in row, or better yet, let's type in my row so we don't confuse Google Sheets. Then we're going to add a comma here, and now we need to add our formula expression. Fortunately for us, we already have that here, so I'm just going to tab out and let it cause an error here. And then I'm going to go over to column H and just grab what we created already. Grab the formula we created already minus the equal sign and hit Control C to copy and then tab out. Then I'm going to head back to 04 and then I'm going to paste that in here after the my row value. So Control V. Now we don't need this A4, F4. That is going to be replaced with our argument here, my row. So I'm going to hit Control C to copy that and then Control V to paste and hit tab. Sweet. Okay, so we've almost got everything sorted. So we've got all our rows sorted from left to right individually, you can see here, but now we want to have the smallest one from the top. So we want to sort by this first column as well. So let's go ahead and do that. And this last one is super easy. So what I'm going to do here is just grab the entire function and hit Control C to tab, Control C, and then to copy, and then tab all the way across to V4, and then Control V to paste it back in. Then at the start between the equal sign and the by rows, all we're going to add in is sort, and then close the bracket at the end and hit tab. Cool. So now our rows are sorted from each individual row left and right, and then in order from the lowest value in column A. If you've enjoyed this tutorial, please hit that like button, and if you want to see more tutorials like this, subscribe. Until next time.